positive birth story for Modai twins. We delivered at 37 weeks, and my induction date was scheduled for Tuesday, and I got a phone call on Monday night at 10:34. I remember looking at my phone exactly, and it was labor and delivery. We're like, what in the heck? We're not supposed to go until tomorrow. Well, they called and said that there was a room available, and we had 2 hours to get there. And from where we live, it's about an hour and a half normally with like some traffic. And so we had my mom come over to stay the night with Gracie. She was still asleep, obviously, 10:30 at night. Branson and I, we were already packed, so we just packed up and left super quick. Got to the hospital around midnight. When we arrived, I was already at a 3, and so around 2:15, we started Pitocin, and we delivered at 2:35. So we had about a 12-hour labor from start to finish. Started with Pitocin. That kind of got things elevated fairly quickly. I did get an epidural. I loved it. Big fan. As a twin mom, you kind of know going into it, you deliver in the OR, which that's a big reason why I did get my epidural, is because I knew if they had to do an emergency C-section, which is highly likely in a twin pregnancy or twin birth, I would already be set to go, so I didn't have to be put under. I could just go into surgery right away if I had the epidural. So we went that route. We have Brooks here, and he was delivered at 2:35, right how he needed to be. 4 contractions, super like slid right out. It was great. And then we have Beckett here, who then we descend, and then they popped his water, and then we kept pushing, and it kind of felt a little wonky, like it didn't feel as natural as Brooks. And so after a few pushes and kind of like chatter down there from the doctors, I'm like, what's going on? So they ended up getting a vacuum to help him out, because he apparently was trying to get his arm out first. They pushed him back in. He was kind of going nose out, pushed him back in, so they figured that he needed to be in the correct position to pull him out correctly. He was delivered, so 10 minutes apart, 2:25, 2:35, my little baby boys, and both were awesome, breathing, healthy, as good as it could go. I loved my team of doctors. The whole experience was like super cool. You're in the OR, your legs are up, and doctors and nurses are just coming in. And because it is a teaching hospital, we had several doctors, several nurses. I truly, everyone was so excited, and they're like, we're excited to celebrate some birthdays today. And so the vibe in the OR was just great. I had someone taking pictures and videos of the whole thing, so that's a really cool memory to have. Going back into the kind of postpartum delivery, like recovery room, Brooks, he had some blood sugar stuff that he had to go through 2 rounds of sugar gel. Beckett went through 1 round, and then they were able to hand express 40 milliliters of my colostrum like right after delivery, so the boys got my colostrum right away. And then we were able to latch, and both boys were tandem feeding by the time we left the hospital. Came home, we were tandem feeding, and then because they were underweight at our first appointment, Mama got a little nervous, so we pumped and did bottles. And of course, they like bottles better than boobies right now, so we are still working towards boobies, but they're fed and healthy and growing. At 2 months old, we are doubled our birth weight, so big, strong, healthy boys, and it's okay to be scared for delivery. I was very excited, nervous, all the feels that you feel, but mine went really well, and 2 beautiful babies came out of the deal. So I hope your experience is as wonderful as it can be.